and not basing your criteria on and focusing on their qualifications. Now, what they do on the position remains to be seen. You will never know that until they are actively on the position and you monitor their performance. Again, so like if I was going to interview somebody, obviously I'd want maybe a copy of their driver's license or something like that. But other than that, I just want to get them started. I don't want to waste a lot of time deliberating over whether they can, because I won't know what they're capable of until they're actually active. And I'm not going to decide what they're capable of. Who the hell am I to decide what they're capable of? They came with their qualifications, their credentials, and I'm going to look at it. I'm going to ask them, look, are you good at what you do? You know, are you meticulous at what you do? At least when it comes to a technician, are you detail orientated? Okay, details are important. However, my thing is not to decide what they're capable of and let them show me what they're capable of. So if I were to speak for me personally, I know what I'm capable of. Whether they hire me or not doesn't change what I'm capable of. Their interpretation of what I'm capable of is of no relevance. It is of no importance to me. So we have a situation in this society, speaking specifically in America, where these people in these positions think that you have to rise to their position, as if whatever they have, can you do it? Are you, here's the typical question. So why should I hire you? I don't fucking know why you should hire me. Aren't you the one to determine that? What kind of stupid ass fucking insensitive question is that? But this is how these stupid idiot employers and these companies are. They the illusion is that they want to make you think that they have the power. You need them. You're dependent on them. You got a this, you got a them. And that's the illusion. It's a codependent system. They would not have that position if they could automate everything. They need you just as much as you may need them. Actually, they need you more because they've got more invested in their company. And if they don't have any employees, or if they don't have any personnel to perform the work, then their company is not going to function. It can't produce the orders or can't produce whatever it needs to get to their customers. Okay, so again, they're the customer because the money goes from them to you to pay for your services and your time. They're not buying you. They're not buying your past. They're buying what you're going to produce from that point and move forward. Okay, so the illusion that, during the interrogation, the arrogance of when they're sitting behind their desk and they're asking you all these questions as if, well, can you do this and can you do that? Let me use two examples. A couple of weeks ago, I went for a third shift interview for a graphics production operation, printing on large format and flatbed printing. And I am honest, as I am always am on any interview, and I really didn't want to go to the interview anyway, but I went just to see what would happen. Being a digital production grandmaster, I can operate any digital production equipment, whether I've used it before, and master it in a short time. In this particular case, they had flatbed printers, which I have never used. But I informed them that it doesn't matter. I have more than enough experience to use that equipment if someone has the patience to just simply show me the function of it. To me, it's all straightforward. You got to have a source of something to print. It's going to print on some damn fucking media. Okay, you want to make sure the media is at or larger than the size of whatever you're going to print. You launch the file. You print the damn thing. It's not that fucking hard. Okay? Now, they interviewed me. I came back. I went for the initial interview, and then I came back and spoke with someone else. Then I get a call from them, and I'm expecting them to say, well, they're going to hire me. I get a call back saying, well, they're going to go with somebody else who has flatbed graphic printing experience. And I immediately said to myself, well, if that was your important criteria, then I mentioned that first of all on the phone. I mentioned that first of all, second of all in the first interview, and then in the second interview I mentioned the same damn thing. Now, if that's what they're specifically looking for, then what the fuck are they wasting my time for? Me coming up there and interviewing and coming back a second time just to tell me I've got over 25 years experience. As a digital production grandmaster, I can produce the work of 3 to 4 other operators, and as a grandmaster technician, I could produce the work of 4 to 5 technicians. Okay, I'm at the highest level in my field or in my fields, yet I'm unemployed. Okay, so what the hell does that tell you about this system? These people are playing by the rules, and they don't even play by those rules. They make these rules up, and then they don't even play by those rules. You want somebody that has experience, and then when they have experience, you don't want to hire them because of you want to put some preconditions on them. Now, maybe they feel that because I came in the interview and basically they asked me about my experience, and I said, well, ma'am, I can only repeat to you basically what's in my credentials. I've got over 25 years experience, and there's nothing in there that I can't handle. I don't need to go through a fucking interrogation. Well, do you know how to do it? Do you know how to do it? The bottom line is that there's nothing. If I've got over 25 years experience in something, that should tell you, and I'm not a slouch at it. I'm a grandmaster, and because I can say I'm a grandmaster, I'd have to know that. Okay, I have observed other operators, production operators, and I observed other mediocre technicians, and I come behind them and I solve the problem in 15 or 20 minutes, whereas these technicians couldn't even solve it at all, or they damage the equipment even further. The whole point is to find the problem, repair it, and move on to the next thing, and that's not a stopping point. None of this stuff is going to be a brick wall that I'm going to run into that I can't get past it. Yet, again, I am unemployed. That's a clear indication of the stupidity of these employers. And this is almost at every company. I've only, in my whole work history, I've only worked for one person that was mature and allowed me to do what I do, and didn't micromanage me and stand around because they were secure in their management abilities, that they just got me started, and the manager said, just go ahead and do what you do. Do what you do. Because he recognized, and he's mature enough to recognize that there is a solution. The solution is, if the work is not satisfactory, then you stop. Or if they want to use their term, you fire them. My term is you stop. You stop paying them, and they stop coming in. Okay? My thing is I don't set people up to fail. If there's anything that I can do that can help them, and if they have the willingness to want to be more proficient, maybe they just don't know how. You need to see what their work habits are. And if there's anything that you can do to help them out, a lot of people, because of ego, won't seek help. I don't have a problem with seeking help, because I don't have an ego. So I can ask someone, hey, I need some little help here. Is there any way to do this faster? Is there anything around this? Or is there any way, if I need to know something to be productive and be satisfactory, why wouldn't I do that? So again, I want to, for those of you who have taken the time to listen to this, I want you to fully understand what you're going up against. Especially when you have a lot of qualifications and you've got a lot of experience. It's not like I took my credentials or applied for a pilot position. I've never flown a plane, okay? And why would I send my resume in for that, okay? But this is the level of insecurity, lack of development that we have in this society, and people just play by the rules. It's just like if a person wanted to lease a suite, and the suite has been vacant for months or even years, the first thing somebody wants to do, and this is the typical obstacle to progress, okay? I understand we need money in this society. That's the requirement to progress. But when you have the money, then things should be able to move forward, okay? If I go to the store and shop for food, and I go to the checkout and I've got the money to pay it, then I should walk out with the food. So if I'm going to lease a suite, why would you want to do a credit check? I'm not applying for a loan. And first of all, let's just say my credit report, or you want to do a credit check, and let's just say it's not good, but I just hit the lottery for over $200,000. So I got the money. I got 200,000 credits if you want to check my credits. So I can pay for the suite, for the commercial storefront suite. I can pay for it. So are you telling me based on that you're going to say, well, okay, well, your credit check is not good, it doesn't meet these standards or whatever the bullshit is, so I'm not going to lease you the suite, but I can pay for it? So that's how stupid people are. Okay, I want you to understand that what you're going up against, if you're looking for a job, that they're going to put you through all of these illegal, discriminatory preconditions before they even hire you. And then when they use the word pass, you need to be able to pass a drug test, you need to be able to pass a background check, and you need to be able to pass a credit check. And I went on the internet and I found some information, or just found some information about that, and they were saying that the reason they do a credit check is to see how you, if you have any things, collection notices or anything, or bankruptcies, or Chapter 7 or whatever, bankruptcies, filed bankruptcies, whatever. Okay, but so again, they're using whatever happened in your past against you to determine whether how you're going to produce satisfactory work on the job. But let's get back to that. Most people are not sitting on a mountain of money and just choose not to pay their bills. Okay, again, if we need money to function, when a person has money, they use it to pay their bills and take care of the things that they need to function. When they don't have money, they can't take care of these things. So when you put obstacles, or flat out put preconditions in front of them before and stopping progress or preventing progress from progressing, then you create a system, or a system was created where it's a cash-based society, but yet you put preconditions, allow progress to progress. See, these people are negative and insecure. So if I wanted to lease a suite and I got the money to pay for it, but they want to pull a credit check, here's the solution. No one is making anybody write up a lease that has to follow what somebody else leases. If I were a property owner and I was going to lease a suite, any potential occupants that want to lease that suite, this is what I would tell them. See, I'm gonna allow things to progress. I'm not going to keep trying to prevent things from happening. So here's what I would say. I'd say, you want to lease a suite, what kind of business are you going to do? Only because we can't have conflicting business. We can't have two businesses. We can't have two computer repair businesses in the same location. I mean, that just makes sense. You can't have two beauty hair salons in the same location. You could, but you want to have some fairness. But anyway, okay, so a person wants to set up their computer repair business. No problem. This is what it costs for the monthly lease. Blah blah blah. Now here's how I would do it. First of all, I would word my lease so that it's on a month to month, because anything could happen. All right, I'm not going to have them sign a 6-month, a 12-month lease, and then if it doesn't work out for them and they're not making any money, then I'm going to want to sue them or make them keep paying for a lease that they're not occupying. Why would I want to do that to that person? If it didn't work out, then they go, and I'll lease it to someone else. Okay, if there's anything that I could do that could help them be profitable, because see, if they make money, I make money. Okay, so first of all, it's going to be on a month to month. I'm not going to check their credit. Okay, if for some reason they can't make the payments, I'm gonna say, look, let's give it another month, see what happens. If there's anything that I could help you out with, then let me know what I could do. There's limits on what I can do, but if I can do something to help you